congratulations on part 3 here, Enola Holmes 3. It's another great adventure. I am always kind of blown back by how much I enjoy these movies. But I actually want to start by talking about the Warner kind of filming announcement thing you guys put out a year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured at some point we'd see that scene within this film. Was that going to be worked in here, or was that just like its own separate thing?
That was completely separate. It was Millie's idea. She said, while we were rehearsing, she was like, wait, don't go home. We want to do something. And then the next day, in lunch, we found like half an hour and came up with it. It was so much fun. It felt like we were improvising a film.
It was hilarious.
The camera, it was like, okay, so we go here. Do we go in this building?
Yeah.
No. What if we just go around here? Oh, yeah. And then you can come around with the camera.
Yeah,
and we get on a golf car. And it happened really quickly. And we completely made up the lines and kept adding to them. It was really fun.
It's really, really fun.
That's awesome. I actually, after I watched this one, I actually went back and watched the first one and just kind of, you know, there's this new level of adorable seeing your characters, you know, where they meet baby versions of you. Obviously, it's like 6-7 years ago, something like that. Did you kind of have this, hey, look at us, we've come all this way?
No, but now you're saying it, I'm like, yeah.
Look at us.
I would like to watch a scene or two from the first film with you now and see what it's like.
I love the scene where you're picking flowers in the field.
Oh, yeah.
In the first one.
Yeah.
I love that one.
So nostalgic. Even the way it was shot feels really nostalgic.
Yeah, and we were doing school then. Like we were having to leave set and go to school.
I remember. No, sorry. I have to say, I remember coming into your trailer and you were like working hard. I was like, what are you doing? Like, I have to do a presentation on the Pacific Ocean. You were like researching facts about the Pacific Ocean. I thought it was so cute.
Oh, that is hilarious. No, because it's pretty hard balancing, like, to think back, like, thank God I don't have to do that anymore, because that was really hard. It was like having 2 jobs.
Yeah, there's 3 because you're producing the damn thing as well.
Yeah. It's very hard to, like, keep up your A's in school.
Okay, so going into this one, knowing what you've done in the first 2 films, what were kind of like the musts as a producer, as actors? You know, what were you wanting to see out of Enola and Tewksbury's journey here?
Maturity. I definitely my big thing was like, let's not do the long-awaited kiss thing, anymore. Like, let's just live in that they've been together, they trust each other, they talk, they're in a relationship. Like, that was a big one, because I was like, I just don't want to keep they're kind of adults, and like now it's probably going to be less about like the leaning into kiss. Are they not? Are they going to, as opposed to like actually just like trying to emulate as true of a relationship as possible? So that was a big one for us.
That's true. We did think about that. Like, what has happened in these 2 years or 3 years since we last saw them, and how are they behaving with each other? And there's a scene that's been cut now, but it started where we were just lying in bed reading respective books. And it was like kind of a long intro. And then I say something like, oh no, you're like, can you stop doing that?
Yeah, my head is on his stomach, and I'm reading my book, and he's like, and my head keeps rising up, and I go, can you please stop doing that? And I love that scene because it really feels like they've been together for quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like the little things that start to peeve you off.
We'll have to release it.
Yeah, I love the kind of art, there's no dealing with some artificial romantic problem. Like, do they love each other, or like some superficial rom-com BS where it's like, if they just communicated and said this one thing, it would be fine. It's more about like, what does love look like when you're both still trying to become yourself? It's pretty profound stuff. What was that kind of like an interesting place to meet them and kind of skip ahead to?
Yeah, no, it's definitely added layers to the relationship. I mean, we feel older doing it, so it's kind of, I'm sure the fans that have grown up watching it as well, they'll be older. It sort of tracks in quite an honest way how relationships go and how how you age with people. So I'm glad that it feels like it's evolved and developed.
And you finally get a first name, so congratulations.
I know, finally.
His name will always be Tewksbury, though.
But the Malta of it all at least kind of mixes it up, gives you a different setting.
Yes,
flavor.
that was exciting.
Yeah.
Are you sitting there during scenes going, God damn it, this is beautiful. Oh crap, I have lines. Or are you able to like, because
Most of
it's
the
so
time it was
beautiful and
like we're in the middle of a scene and we're boiling hot and you're like, oh, I can't focus on saying your lines.
Yeah.
And the jet skis in the ocean.
Yeah. That there wasn't much admiring the natural beauty. That might have happened early on, but then when we were working, it was like,
yeah, grinding it out.
yeah,
But,
it's a shame.
And it's also like, you know, it's the height of the summer. It's tourist central. So
Yeah.
we were just trying to lay low.
Yeah. What we're saying is we're incredibly ungrateful, pretty much.
No.
Maybe go back
But, you know,
after, you know, not working.
Working on location just presents a whole different set of, you know, hurdles that you have to try to overcome. That being the heat, that being, you know, fans and also just being on the tight, you know, it's a very small island, rocky terrain, not being able to bring up, you know, bathrooms to the mountains so that you have to walk all the way down. I mean, there was a lot of that, you know, and it's just like you've got it's logistically, it's kind of a harder thing to navigate than working in somewhere like England. But what was really cool about working in Malta is that we shot it for Malta. A lot of films shoot and they're, you know, trying to shoot for somewhere else. And I think it's really cool that we're able to just leave the architecture and culture as is and embrace it.
Yeah, it adds so much production value to the whole thing. It looks gorgeous. But Louis, one of the things I absolutely adored about this one is that Tewksbury is carrying a lot more weight, you know, for this. He's not just helping Enola solve the crime. He's confronting his family name, what that represents.
Yeah.
After building him up for 2 films as this like clean cut, earnest guy, what's it like to dig into something like that?
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you said that. And I presume you mean not just physical weight, because I have been eating a lot. But like, yeah, I mean, first of all, it's Jack Thorne's writing. Decided to take it in this direction, and it was an opportunity to evolve the character, a bit more weight on his shoulders, bit of responsibility. He has or wants to have a wife, and it's like he's changed. And I guess as an actor, I kind of imagine that if I've got like a kind of a line here, his weight, his center is kind of dropping a little bit, and he's less up here and more down here. And that might mean absolutely nothing to you, but for some reason it kind of works in my head that he might be a bit lower down in his body somehow in the later
More
films.
grounded?
More grounded, yeah.
With all these Holmes mysteries, whether it's Sherlock Holmes and Enola Holmes, I mean, the detective story of it all, there's a language, there's clues and records and names and places and histories and revelations and all this stuff. Do either of you get lost in the plot while shooting? Are you tracking the mystery in each scene that you're in?
It's hard.
I'm quite bad at it.
It's hard. I do. I mean, I have to. I'm the detective, so I do. But sometimes I'll be in there and I'll be like, what do I already know? And what don't I know yet? Okay, so he's not dead, but she's still looking. But wait, that I have a hard time with. So I really have to kind of walk into a scene and go, okay, what does she know?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like one of the hardest things about these things is keeping the plot straight. Is there anything that springs to mind other than that, where you're like, audiences probably don't realize this is a lot harder than it looks for these either mystery movies or just, you know, the being on set and making it in general?
Yeah, you got to be switched on. I mean, would be for Phil, the director. You got to know what the audience know when, what they might suspect, how much you want to give them and when. I don't think I have the brain to take in all that information, truthfully. So I'm glad my character's a little bit like, what? A little less so in this film, but.
Well, when you wrapped this one, did it feel kind of like, you know, we're closing this book? Are we ready to say goodbye to these two? Or would you want to follow them into like adulthood and middle age and children and, you know, whatever else the future might hold there?
I mean, I'm there if Netflix is there and Louis there.
Would you do it without me?
I was speaking for you. No, I'd never do it without the team. I mean, yeah, but still, I think there's an audience for it, and we're very grateful.
Let's see how this one goes down.
Yeah,
Millie, my son's favorite show in the world is Stranger Things, and coincidence enough for Enola Holmes, his name is Dash. So he's got the sheets, posters, framed pictures, toys. His birthday party was Stranger Things themed.
Wow.
I got Gaten to wish him a happy birthday because I was interviewing him at the same time, so it worked out. So my son Dash would choke me if I didn't allow him one question for Stranger Things. So I gave him one question.
Of course.
I requested that he not ask if 11 is alive or dead. He took that very literally. So regardless, keep in mind this is from a 7-year-old boy who thinks the world of you.
Sweet boy.
So his question was, and I quote, "What actually happened at the end of Stranger Things?" He technically didn't ask it.
What actually happened? I mean, honestly, I don't even know. I mean, objectively, she looks like she's dead. But then there's this ending that potentially opens the door, and maybe she's smarter than everyone thinks, and she got out. I'm the only one who knows. Me and the Duffer Brothers are the only ones who know like the real truth. And
let's say 11 did survive. How fascinating would it be to see her at 30 years old? Or
I would
like
love that.
Yeah.
I'm not finished with Elle. I love her
Yeah.
so much, and I really wish that. Yeah, I was very pleased with the ending, but it was a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see what she could be doing in her 30s. I'd be interested to see that. I hope everyone else would be, but that's if she's alive.
Okay. Louis, obviously, Pride and Prejudice, it's happening. You're stepping into one of those stories that everyone arrives at with their own relationship to it, whether it's, they've read the book or they've seen the many adaptations or their school forced it down their throats, that kind of thing, or they've just absorbed it through culture. So what was your experience of just being on that set, knowing you're entering into something with that much history and just that cast?
I loved it. I really, really loved it. I think I had respect for it, but in the recent months since filming, a lot of people have said, I can't wait to see what it's about and know my character. And that's a little bit daunting because they know how he works and know that they have expectations and things. But I think I know who that character is as well. And maybe they know the whole story better than I do. But I think I understood where he was coming from, which is the most important thing. And I love the world. It's so gorgeous. 1700s, it's like stunning. The clothes were amazing. It's a bit earlier than our time. And like, it's a bit more ornate. The cuffs are bigger. It's flowery. It's really quite sexy. It's a lot of French influence in just the costume. I loved it. Love that world.
Awesome. Enola Holmes 3 hits Netflix on July 1st. You nailed it again. Thanks for the chat. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.